Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is of course a beautiful morning and a beautiful day to say Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I've missed you guys a lot. Today I'm going to show you all how I was able to achieve this makeup, and it is not difficult. Here with me is my beautiful model Dome. So the first thing I did was to carve her brows for me to have the required shape, and for it to be properly framed I had to carve her brow using a razor. So after doing that, I had to go in with a face wipe in order to clean off the dirt from her face before I proceed. So right now guys, I'm going to go in with a primer, and this primer is from Zickel. So I'm just going to apply that all over her face, especially in the areas where she can easily sweat, but I'm going to concentrate more on her T-zone areas, which is underneath her eyes, her forehead and her jaw. But basically I'm just going to spread that primer all over her face. So moving on guys, I'm going in with this foundation from Zickel Cosmetics, and it is really beautiful. I use this for most of my clients because it goes with almost all skin shades and skin tone, and this shade is in 025. If you have this particular shade from Zickel, then you are good to go. Like, I can use this particular shade, this particular foundation for 7 to 10 of my clients. It all depends on how many comes in a week or in a day or in a month. So I've been enjoying this particular foundation, and it is really beautiful. So guys, at this point I'm going to go in with a concealer that is about 3 tones lighter than that of her skin tone, just to highlight these areas that you'll be seeing me apply the concealer, which is her T-zone areas. So I'm going in with this classic concealer. This is from Classic Cosmetics. So I'm just going to apply that on her T-zone areas, and as well blend that into her skin tone so that it stays. So what you have to do is, after applying the concealer, if it is not too matte, you need to wait for it for about a minute or so for it to sink into the skin before you blend it. It actually will give you a better and a long lasting makeup. So that is one secret that I have exposed to you guys. So in order to have a long lasting makeup, you need to wait for a while for it to dry and for it to sink into the skin before you blend. Just look at how beautiful this whole look is coming out. So right now I'm going to go in with a dark shade of foundation on her contour area, and I'm just going to blend this from the contour area towards her forehead, just so that the whole makeup sits properly and it looks more like her skin tone. So I'm going to take the excess foundation that I still have on my beauty blender and then take that towards her nose and contour it. So that's what I'm doing at this point. You don't want the contour on the nose to be too harsh on her. So right now guys, I'm going in with this powder palette from Chic Cosmetics, and I'm just going to apply this powder so that everything stays matte and so that it looks clean and neat. So you just see me applying this powder on these particular areas. So wherever you have a dark shade, wherever you have contoured, you need to go in with a dark shade of powder, and wherever you have highlighted, you need to go in with a light shade of powder that is about 3 tones or 2 tones lighter than her skin tone, because of course you know you're highlighting, so it needs to be lighter, and when you're contouring it needs to be a little bit darker. So I'm going to go in with this light shade of powder from Chic Cosmetics because it is a palette. It is of course a palette, so you have different shades of powder in that palette. So I'm just going to highlight these areas. Moving on, guys, I'm going in with this eyeshadow palette from Violet Fast. I've been using this for quite some time and it has been working for me. So I'm going to go in with a pinkish orange shade, and I'm just going to apply that on her cheeks so that it looks nice and so that it comes out really good. So at this point she actually looks like she actually looks like a clown, but wait till you see the end result. So I'm going to go in with that powder on her brows just to highlight the brows a little bit before I go ahead to draw, as you can see me do in this video. So I'm just going to draw a thin line underneath her brow and then another thin line above her brow, just like this, and then fill in the brows. So I'm going to do this on this side of her brow and then on the other side of her brow. We actually have different ways of drawing brows, so whatever works for you, fine. But in this particular video I wanted to I want to create brow like strokes, so I'm just going to use a Davis pencil to create those strokes and then move over to the other side of her brow and do the same thing. But at this point, guys, I'm going in with this cheek foundation that is about 2 tones lighter than that of her skin tone, and I'm just going to highlight underneath her brow and then go in with the shade of foundation that I used for her face at the top of her brow so that everything blends and looks really nice. So all you have to do is to make sure that you blend properly, either with a brush or a beauty sponge, a beauty blender, so that everything looks neat. You know, when you have a neat makeup, the whole game changes. It actually looks better that way. So you need to make sure that you blend. So at this point, for her eyes, I'm going in with this orange shade of eyeshadow from Violet Vast Eyeshadow Cosmetics, and I'm just going to apply that on her transition area, and I'm just going to use a transition brush on that area. So right now I'm going in with a pink shade on the transition area and then towards the inner corner of her eyes. So moving on, guys, I'm going in with a purple shade on her crease area and then a silver shade on also her crease area, and I'm just going to blend that properly so that it looks nice. So for want of time, I had to shoot the video on just one part of the eye. So I'm just going to blend that so that it looks nice, and then go in with a purple shade on the transition area and into the crease area so that it looks bold and also nice. So right now I'm going to apply an eyeliner just so that everything looks properly defined and better. So I'm going to go in with an eyeliner, and this is from Carite. Their eyeliners are amazing. So I have this brown one from them and also a black one from them, and it is not even expensive at all. So I'm going to line the top of her lid and also her lower lid, and then smoke the lid with eyeshadow, with a black eyeshadow a little bit so that it looks really nice. So do not forget to use your mascara at any point at all, which was what I did in this video, and everything came out really nice. It was popping, it was clean, and it was actually beautiful. So right now, guys, I'm just going to wipe off the excess powder from her face, and I'm going to use her shade, the powder in her shade, which is in her skin tone, just to wipe off the whitish powder that you can see on her T-zone areas, for you to have a clean look, for you to come out with something really nice. If you're going to wipe off a certain powder or a white shade of powder from your client's face or your model, you need to make sure that you use a shade of powder that is in our skin tone, it actually makes the work easier, and it actually makes the face come out really beautiful. So in order for me to make the blush bolder, I actually had to go in with the same blush that I used earlier on, and you can see how this is already coming out. I actually was feeling it, and it was really nice though. So I'm just going to apply that blush, and then towards her forehead, and then on her nose, like this, the way you can see me do. So at this point, I'm going to line her lip using this brown shade of Carrite eyeliner, and I'm going to do this for her upper lip and then also for her lower lip, and then blend that properly. So when you are applying your makeup, the brushes you use matter a lot, so you need to know when to use the right brushes in order to avoid mistakes here and there. So at this point, I'm going to go in with a color corrector in this orange shade because I felt like it was going to go more with the whole concept on her face. So I'm going to go in with a transparent lip gloss, and I'm just going to apply that on her lip and then blend properly. So this is about it, guys. See how beautiful it is already coming out. So I'm just going to highlight her cheekbone so that it is popping, so that it looks good, and so that it looks more obvious and defined. And I'm also going to also highlight the tip of her nose right there so that it looks pointed, and then also her forehead. So at this point, I'm going in with this Zickel setting spray in order for the makeup to last for a long time, and then I'm going to apply her falsies, and voila, look at how incredible that looks. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I do hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please do not forget to hit the subscribe button, like, share. Please help your girl, like, share, and also comment in the comment section. Do not forget to also turn on your notification buttons so that each time I post, you'll be the first to know. Please share to your family, your loved ones, and help your girl, guys. See you all in my next video. Bye.